everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. I'm the Clumsy Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram. If you are new here, thank you very much for coming to check me out. This is my channel where I speak all about cross stitch. I keep threatening I'm going to talk about clothes making and sewing machine stuff, but still not got around to that side of things. If you are returning, thank you very much for coming back and spending some more time with me. First things first, I just want to wish everybody an incredibly happy Pride Month. I know I've alluded to this before with some of the previous projects I've shown, but I just wanted to make it explicitly clear that on this channel, love is love, gender is a spectrum, and everybody is welcome. To any and all of my LGBTQ+ viewers, I just wanted to say it is an honour to know you, to love you, and to celebrate you every single month of the year. And I know that there are quite a few restrictions in place at the moment all over the world, but I do hope you've been able to celebrate your pride in some way. For us crafters, there is a very definite way that we can celebrate Pride this month, and that is in supporting queer artists in our community, which we should do every month, I have to say, it's not just for June. I just wanted to show a couple of designs that I've seen recently, which I think merit checking out. So firstly, Julie, who is at Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World on Flosstube and on Instagram, she shared in her most recent Flosstube her new pattern, Pride or Die, and I just think it's absolutely fantastic. I'll put a picture up here. She stitched it on a leather jacket, and it made me immediately want to go out and buy my first ever leather jacket just to stitch all over it. I just think it's fantastic. So we'll see if I end up doing that, or if I just do a little ornament in my home. She's also, in the past, she's also released a Happy Holidays trio, which are all really, really sweet, and I want to have hanging on my tree this year, if I can hopefully get around to it. I will link her Gumroad down below. It's her design company is called Hemlock and Rye Stitchery, so I'll put that down below and you can go and check that out. There's also been this month a big stitch along for the Trans Pride tapestry, so I imagine you've heard about this, but I just wanted to share the picture here again as well. This artwork was designed by, I think it's Kari Nakan, and it was charted by Dee's 20 Stitches, and I'll link both of them down below as well as the pattern. Kari said about the piece, or the kind of motivation behind it, was that all trans people deserve peace, happiness, safety and success. And this unicorn tapestry cross-stitch pattern, using the colours of the Trans Pride flag, is meant to celebrate and support trans visibility, which I think we can all get behind. They are donating 50% of sales to a number of trans charities if you buy it before the 30th of June. So definitely recommend getting that one. I know that I've watched Michelle Bendy's latest Flosstube, and she said that she was hoping to get around to it in June but hasn't been able to, and so they've updated the stitch along hashtag to be Transtastic Summer. So if you haven't started it yet like me and you want to, then there's a stitch along for you to join in with on Instagram as well. Lastly, I follow a few designers on Instagram, and I just wanted to highlight Screaming Heart X Stitch. I'll share her her Etsy shop down below as well. I think her shop's called Screaming Heart Designs, and she's got loads of good designs anyway. There are a couple of Pride ones which I really, really liked. This first pattern that I'm sharing, if you buy it in the month of June, then 50% of all proceeds go to the Mermaids UK, which is a UK-based charity that support transgender, non-binary and gender diverse children, young people and their families. So the second design says, I got 99 problems and society's attitude towards sexual orientation and gender identity is like 98 of them. And this one just made me laugh because it's quite true a lot of the time. So I just wanted to highlight her shop and these two particular pieces because I just think they're really great. One of the designs I've also stitched myself is by Peppermint Purple. This is their inclusive pride flag, and it's a black work design. And I just absolutely love this. I'm doing this for my sister, and I just want to do one for myself now as well. So I'll probably find myself doing this again. Because not only is it the pride flag, the design is also fantastic. Just zoom in a little bit so you can see a few more of the details. So yes, happy Pride, and let's continue to celebrate and uplift queer voices and queer artists throughout the whole year. So moving on to my stitching this month. It has been a month, if I'm honest. There's been an awful lot going on at work. We are getting married next Saturday, and last Saturday we got told we had to cut our numbers by half and we couldn't do any of the evening activities we had planned because UK restrictions are still in place. I will not talk about it too much because every time I talk about it I go off on one about the British government, and I cannot do that again. It has been a bit stressful. So stitching has been my little oasis of calm, but still not quite enough to help me feel calm, if that makes sense. So I'll just show you what I've done. I feel like I have actually done a fair amount considering. So I think maybe, I don't know if I was just speed stitching, like channeled by stress, but I do feel like I've been able to make some fairly good progress on stuff. So I did actually stick to my plan for the most part and did my stitch alongs where I had to catch up or where I just bought one and had to start it, obviously. But first things first, I'm going to show you my Margarita Dragon because I have not showed you this for a little while. This is my full coverage piece that I bought from Pain Free Crafts as a full kit with the Ada and the threads and the pattern, which I got as paper and then discovered Pattern Keeper, and so I got it again as a PDF for Pattern Keeper. This is what it will look like at the end. So love that. I will put up a little still. I forgot to take pictures again last time, so you're going to get a grainy screenshot of my previous video. I apologise for that. And then this is where we are now. So I came down here and filled in all the grey up here, which is still just a deceptive amount of confetti. And then I decided that I wanted to start on the wing. And so I finished up all the blue in here. And then because of the wingtip up here, I think I said before, I think in a 10 by 10 block, there are about 30, 35 different colours. And I was just getting quite fed up because I parked all of them. And so I was just like, I need to get rid of all this because some of them only had like 3 stitches and they were still just hanging on. And it just seemed a bit too much. And so I decided to start filling in the top here. And then when I got down to here with the grey, rather than parking and moving them across, because this area here, if I try and hold up the picture actually, so you have the wing, and so the grey kind of feeds down into here, but then because you've got the bird's head, parking doesn't always make sense because there's nowhere for it to go. And so what I decided to do instead was just to start doing cross country along here. And you can see what I mean by there's so much confetti. Like I was taking whole strands and doing whole colours, and you see how sporadic some of the stitches are. There was maybe 2 stitches in a colour in one box, but that's the same for almost every colour. So it's quite hard going, but I absolutely love this. And I'm really looking forward to getting this whole wing done, if I'm honest. I think I will feel like I've achieved a lot if I'm able to get that wing done. Because I wasn't sure whether I should kind of keep going along and then doing some of the wing and keep going along, or if I should just stick to one way of doing things. But for now, I'm going to stick with the wing because I love all the colours. And I feel like if I get the wing done, I will feel like I have achieved something on this piece, if that makes sense. Because it's so big, you need to take the little wins. And because I'm not going by page anymore, I'm not really getting page finishes. I'm just going to get chunks finished. So I'll zoom you in a little bit. So you can see all the colours. So I've got 3 needle minders on here. They're all from Pain Free Crafts as well. This is my Rivendell. This is the Margarita Dragon as a needle minder, and then this came with the kit. So current progress on this, I have done 25,629 stitches out of 114,450 stitches, which puts me at 22.39%. So yeah, slowly chipping away. I had set myself the goal of achieving 35% this year, and to do that I have to stitch 1,500 stitches every month for the rest of the year, and this month I think I hit 1,000. So I just need to, if I want to reach that goal, I need to focus on this piece a lot more, but then I keep starting new things, and I'm still trying to find my my healthy balance between new start twitchiness and actual completion of projects. But we will see how that goes. So moving on to my stitch alongs, I will start us off with my new start this month. This is a pattern I bought last month when I was doing monogamy. This is the Cozy Cafe Mystery Stitch Along hosted by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and I'll put a little picture of their release so far. They've released 4 clues out of 10, 12, I can't remember now actually. And so I made a start on this. I've managed to get the first clue done, apart from any beading, but I'm still quite far behind. They've just recently released the 4th one. So I'm not in any rush trying. I don't know if I'll be able to catch up, because the actual cups themselves just aren't that big. I just need to actually sit down and do them. So this is where I am so far. I've got my little panda cup. I'm actually so pleased that I bought this. I think it is so sweet. And this is the raspberry mocha. So I think that's really sweet. So I need to go in and fill in the rest of this side with the, I think it's Earl Grey tea and matcha. And then the latest clue was underneath, was a lemonade, I think, of some kind. So I'm stitching this on 32 count Café au lait linen by Fabric Flair. This is one of the ones where it's printed, so on the other side it's just white, and on this side it's like a mottled light brown. So yeah, I mean, I am excited to keep going with that one. Then my next 3 projects are all caterpillar cross stitch, because I am doing the 3 trees, seasonal trees. So I will just go through them one by one. The first one I'll show you is Hello Petal, and I'll put the picture up here. Then I'll show you where I got to last time. Now, this one I have not made that much progress on, because essentially with the Hello Pumpkin, which is the autumn tree, and the Hello Sunshine, which is the summer tree, I am in 2 actual stitch alongs for these. And so we've had, for Hello Sunshine, we've had the first clue released, and then I think it's tomorrow the second part of the pattern gets released. And so I really want to keep up with the stitch along to keep up with everybody else. And then for Hello Pumpkin, it's Jo at Belushi Stitches and Emma, who is Emma at X Stitching. They are hosting the Hello Pumpkin stitch along that was in 2019. And so they're releasing a clue every month based on the previous stitch along that happened. And so I'm trying to keep up with them as well, because we've got a couple of Instagram chats going where everyone's showing their progress, and it's just, I just really want to be able to contribute my stitching, because at the moment I'm having to be very quiet because I've not done very much. And so my plan was to make sure I was achieving the Hello Sunshine and Hello Pumpkin parts every month, and then do Hello Petal for the remainder of the month, because I want to make sure Hello Petal doesn't fall behind. But all that happened was by the time I finished Hello Sunshine, which was literally yesterday, I've obviously not got very much time to do Hello Petal. So this is sorry, that was a long waffle about not very much, but this is my current progress. I have left her on the hoop because I think it's easier to show you, and I will be stitching this later on. So what I've done is I've outlined the sheep because I found that it's a lot easier to just do the outline and then do the fill-in rather than have to count all the time. And then I've started filling in the face because I decided to change the colours a little bit. I didn't really like the brown with the grey that's in the pattern. And so I've just changed the face to DMC Ecru, and I've changed the ears to DMC 646. And then I'll change the legs to Ecru as well. Because I just preferred the bit of a lighter colour. I just didn't want the kind of brown next to the brown. So yeah, not very much progress on this one, unfortunately. This is my needle minder from Dinky Trinket Co. on Etsy, which I've shared before. And so I really don't want this to fall behind, but it is all kind of already falling behind. So unless I have a mammoth stitching month in July, and just put all of my time, once I finish the other stitch alongs, into this, we shall see. But that is where I am now. And now I will show you Hello Pumpkin. So again, final image where I was last time. And if you want to join in the stitch along for this, the hashtag is Hello Pumpkin, what time do you cowl this? And then this is where I am now. So I am still behind on this one, but I have been able to get part 1, which was the ground, and part 2, which was the owl, all finished. Part 3, we are doing the fox, and I just haven't started any of that yet. So that's my aim this month. Because I wanted to start Hello Sunshine, basically. I wanted to keep up with that one. But I absolutely love the colours in this one. And I really, really want to finish it. But who's got the time? So this is where we are. And lastly is Hello Sunshine, which was a new start as well, because the pattern was released the last weekend of May, I think it was. And I was rushing to finish the this part yesterday. So this is the part 1 finished. So at the start of yesterday, there was no flamingo, there was no flowers down here, and I'd done the outline for the grass, but I hadn't actually filled it in. And so I was just basically like panic stitching. I don't know if panic stitching is the right word, because it was still enjoyable, but I was just rushing to get it done, basically, ready for the release of the second part tomorrow. And so I could show it in this video, if I'm honest, as well. But that is Hello Sunshine. So that is all my stitching this month. I feel like I have whizzed through that quite quickly, but I feel I've shown you a few projects as well. So I am quite pleased with how I've got on. The only haul I have were the Pride or Die and Happy Holidays patterns from Hemlock and Rye Stitchery, which I've already spoken about and shown, because I just got them as PDF downloads. Let's talk about plans quickly, because I absolutely love planning, even if none of it actually ends up happening. So I'm now off work for 2 weeks, and although this week will be pretty wedding heavy, I am hoping that we can just get some chill time, because me and my partner have just been like balls to the wall essentially for the last 3 months and really need some time just to chill. I don't know if balls to the wall is appropriate. I apologise if that doesn't go down well. For these 2 weeks, we're down in Cornwall, which is where I'm from, because that's where we're getting married, it's where my family still are. So I've got to think about what projects I actually want to take away with me, because currently all of my caterpillar cross stitch trees fit in one project bag. And so that, it seems like the most obvious choice, because I can just take everything down, and then I've got 3 projects that I can still rotate through if I want. However, I have been stitching on them a lot this month, and I'm getting twitchy fingers to try something else. But if I keep doing that, I will never finish anything ever. And so I think I probably should just take these trees. Then when we come back, it's still like the second weekend in July. So I don't know why I'm thinking so much about bringing loads of projects down with me. I've still got loads of time in the month. Because I was thinking about doing Christmas in July, which is where you stitch on your Christmas pieces, because I've got a few projects that I put down in January that I want to get back to as well. So we will see. I suppose that isn't really a plan. I'm just talking about projects that I have currently ongoing. But we'll see in July what actually ends up happening. And I look forward to catching you up on everything then. Thank you very much for spending some time with me today. I will see you in a month. Bye.